Hey, what's up, my good people? Welcome to Undisputed Champions, where I give you boxing reviews and boxing breakdowns. So click the like button and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about is Shakur Stevenson and why I think he's one of the upcoming fighters of today's era. So let's get into it. So Shakur Stevenson, he's about to fight Oscar Valdez. I think this is his biggest fight and maybe even his toughest fight because let's be honest, we haven't seen Shakur Stevenson go in there and take any punishment from any fighter. It damn near looks like he doesn't even go to a fight. He goes to, some place where they not fighting, because when he comes out the ring, he looks clean. You know what I mean? He don't have a scratch on him. So this might be a fight like his Olympic loss when he was in the Olympics and he lost, I believe, the gold medal. I forgot who his name was. Was his name Rubio Ramirez? If y'all know his name, leave it in the comments. But yeah, he lost that fight, and that fight was heartbreaking for Shakur Stevenson. He never been the same, and when he became professional, he became a straight dog. He just been getting knockout after knockout at this point, and nobody's really talking about it because I don't think he has reached the I don't think he has more than 20 fights. I don't think so. He probably does. I don't know. I'm gonna research that when I get off. But yeah, so this fight right here with Oscar Valdez is really gonna show what type of fighter Shakur Stevenson is. Because like I said before, he barely even takes punishment. He has quick reflexes. He good on his feet. He knows how to move. He knows angles. And then another thing that people probably don't know is that Shakur is right-handed, but he fights southpaw. So you have your strong hand, your dominant hand in front, and your non-dominant hand in the back. So I feel like, his right hooks and his jabs, they got more weight to them. You know what I mean? You're a strong person. You're a strong kid if you fighting, with your non-dominant hand. Not on the power side, like the back foot. He's fighting it with the lead. His right hand is in the lead, so in the southpaw position. So I feel like Shakur Stevenson is up next. But I've been watching the Blood, Sweat, and Tears episode, and there's been some things said on that episode that I just haven't agreed with. Shakur is a confident kid. He's a confident person. But to sit there and say I can beat Floyd Mayweather, a guy who's 50-0, has an undefeated record, and has been dominating the game for 20 years, and you come along aboard, haven't even had it like a big fight or a real test, and you just flat out say, I think I can beat Floyd Mayweather. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but to me, this sounds like, his ego is starting to outweigh his skill set. Now, anytime that happens, that is detrimental to a fighter because in his mind and in his heart, he truly believes it. You know what I mean? And that's what your ego can do. It can deceive you. It can make you believe what you think is fact, but it's not fact. The fact that he said that he can beat Mayweather. I mean, let's go off the sparring sessions that he has with Terrence Crawford. Now, I know those sparring sessions gotta be a chess match, because Terrence is a chess player. He knows how to think. He knows how to box. He knows how to strategize. He's not no guy like that's trying to go in there and just get rid of you, especially probably in a sparring session. He's probably more even. Now, I haven't seen him spar. I seen him spar one time, and it was on YouTube. Yeah, I seen him spar like one time, and it was a good sparring. He was fighting somebody that was on his toes. They was elusive. They was moving around. That was a real good sparring. But I doubt that Shakur is even on Crawford's level. I highly doubt it. But they are good friends. They're good brothers. You know, they consider it big brother, little brother type relationship. And Shakur shows Terrence a lot of respect for that matter. But that's because Terrence is getting in there putting hands on it. Of course you gonna have that type of respect, you know what I mean? Cause Terrence, he not afraid to be like, come on, get in this ring. Let's get this work in. You know, you still brothers afterwards. He ain't gonna get emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? They still brothers afterwards. But he like, come on, you think you could do something with me? Let's get in this ring. Let's find out. But this is what I mean about a fighter having all this skill and all this confidence, and it can start to deceive you in your ability. You know, you start to feel invincible. And everybody goes through this. I believe Errol Spence went through it. I believe Terrence Crawford went through it or is going through it. All of these fighters could be going through that phase where they feel like nothing can stop them. And as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to continue to be the best. Now, I'm not trying to knock Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, I do believe his skill set is at an advanced level, is at a championship level. I think that he can beat the best of them. But when you start making those type of statements, it gives off a little bit of arrogance, which a little bit of arrogance is okay. You know, I'm not knocking it. But what I have a problem with is the deceiving part of yourself. You know, deceiving yourself to say these things. Because you might be like, bro, I really feel like I could do this. Bro, let me tell you something. I feel like I could climb Mount Everest with one hand. Now, if I go and try that, I'm going to be stranded on a rock. A cold rock at that. At high altitude. So, what I believe doesn't necessarily make it conducive to reality. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people get stuck in these traps. That's the thing about, you know, today's age. We have a lot of kids. Well, I'm not going to call him a kid. That's a grown man. But he's a young man. We have a lot of these young men that they really good at what they do. And they get too arrogant to the point to where they don't even criticize their art, their craft. And I feel like criticism is the way to perfection. That's just me. If you don't criticize what I do, you're not trying to make me better. If you don't criticize how I fight, you're not trying to make me better. If you don't criticize anything about what I'm doing, you're not trying to make me better. Now, it can be annoying. It can be frustrating to have somebody in your corner always criticizing you, always judging you about how you fight and what you do and what is this and what is that. Yeah, that can be annoying. But it's to make you realize that, oh, your jab is too slow. Oh, I'm not blocking to the body like I thought I was. Oh, I'm not stepping over to the side as fast. I'm not moving my head fast enough. And when you get in there with top competition, I don't think Valdez is top competition. I feel like, my honest opinion, I know what I said at the beginning of the video, but I feel like Shakur is going to outbox the draws of Valdez. Now, Valdez said something in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He said, I feel like I can be as smart, or I can outbox him at his own game. Now, why would you do that? Why would you go in there and fight somebody who's been doing this since they was in the Olympics? You want to go in there and box? I feel like that's just, it's not wise. And when you fighting somebody like Shakur, you need to make wise decisions, because going in there and boxing this guy when that's his bread and butter just don't make any sense. But this is it for this video. Subscribe to Undisputed Champions, where I give you boxing reviews and boxing breakdowns. Give it a like, share it. You know, you can even give it a dislike. I don't care. I'm just here to make videos about what I like to talk about. You understand? So yeah, do all that good stuff, and leave a comment, and I'll get back to y'all later. Peace.